Alright, what's going on, dudes, and welcome to Minecraft Snapshot 12W50. Certainly looks like we're getting back into the weekly update groove, so to speak, so that's pretty swell. Anyway, we got a bunch of new stuff to go over this time, so why don't we get started? So first and foremost, probably the easiest thing to point out is the fact that now, when you switch to a new active slot in your hotbar, if that slot has an item, it'll flash the name of that item over your hotbar for just a couple seconds before fading away. So, firework rocket, spawn spider, diamond, diamond sword, so on and so forth for any of the items in the game. Now, if you're already familiar with all the items and what they look like, you can actually disable this by going into your options text file, and I forget what line it is exactly, but I'm sure you'll be able to find it if you go to a changelog easily enough. But even for people who are experienced in the game, for myself, as an example, if I go to play a new adventure map and that adventure map requires you to use a texture pack, it can actually be pretty useful because you're not necessarily used to what all the different textures look like, and just provides you a little shortcut from actually having to go into your inventory and hovering over the item. Anyway, all a matter of preference, and you can disable it if you'd like. So anyway, new thing with fireworks is that now they actually have sounds, and apparently some visuals were tweaked, but I don't know what that means exactly, so most significant addition to them is the fact that now they make noise. It's actually a pretty cool noise. So here we go. That's just one, and then if we fire off a whole bunch, woo! Using fireworks to celebrate the addition of firework sounds. Here we go. I actually really like the noise. It kind of gets to me like the item pickup sound, or the block pickup sound from, yeah, anyway. I really like both those. Alright, so anyway, that is new with fireworks. Now we've also got a bunch of new additions when it comes to enchanting, the enchantment books, anvils, so on and so forth, so why don't we get into that? Alright, so now there is a use for Silk Touch combined with shears. Now, as far as I know, you can't actually place shears in an enchantment table. It simply won't work. But if you have an enchanted book with Silk Touch, then you can go into your anvil, you can combine the two, and you get Silk Touch shears. Now, the use for this is that you're able to harvest cobwebs with them. So let's switch on over into survival mode. And if we punch these cobwebs, we actually get to keep them in our inventory. So that is new and useful, I suppose, if you want to make yourself a haunted house or something. I don't know. Whatever suits your fancy, I suppose. Anyway, so that's it for Silk Touch shears. Let's switch on back into creative mode and go over another, actually this is a brand new enchantment. So this is called Thorns, and the way it works is it's sort of like a damage reflection type dealio. So let's apply it to the armor that we've got here and put that on ourselves. Actually had some equipped already, so we can leave that there and toss that one. Okay, so now we have this armor that has the Thorn enchantment on it. So we'll switch on back into survival and we'll place down a spider, and I actually haven't tested this yet, but ideally what's going to happen here is that when the spider comes to attack us, he will actually take some damage in doing so. So, well, yeah, you see he's getting highlighted with red when he hits us, and now, for whatever reason, he's not, but come on, take some damage. There you go, there you go. You take that damage, and then he's running away. Why are you running away, dog? I need to kill you with armor. I need to kill you with armor. Why are you not attacking me? He's scared now. Oh, he's scared of my armor. Here you go, come on. You can do it. You can do it. I think I killed him with my armor there. I think I punched him and then he hit my armor and then he died. Anyway, that was Thorns 3, so needless to say, given that he took that many hits, it's not super powerful, and apparently it also causes your armor to wear out slightly faster. You can't really tell as of right now, but with more extended use, that would probably be easier to pick up on. All right, so now another thing that's new with the enchanted books is the fact that you have a chance to find them in the wild. You can perhaps exchange items for them with villagers, or you can find them in villager chests or stronghold chests, or in dungeon chests. So here we happen to have an Unbreaking 3, and over here we actually happen to have Smite 2 and another Unbreaking 3. So these you can find naturally in the wild, and obviously that's pretty useful. Rather than having to actually go to your enchantment table, you can stumble upon these without having to expend any levels of experience. I couldn't find any villages around, so I stumbled upon this first and decided that the dungeon worked as a suitable example. But again, villagers and villages and strongholds can yield the same results. So anyway, another useful thing for the Unbreaking 3, which is why I wanted to use it as an example, is that now you can actually apply Unbreaking to items other than tools. So we can have an Unbreaking chestplate. So any items that have a durability bar, damage values, whatever you want to call them, they can be given the Unbreaking enchantment, and it'll just make them more durable, which makes plenty of sense why it would be applied to things other than tools. So yeah, that is new as well. All right, so then another kind of semi-useful new addition is the fact that if you hold Shift and whatever your drop key is, by default that's Q, for me it's C, you can actually drop the, pardon me, it's not Shift, it's Control. If you hold Control and your drop key, you'll actually drop the full stack of whatever item you have in your active slot on your hotbar. So yeah, there you go. Now, most of you are probably simply used to going into your inventory and doing that, and same here, but I guess it takes out a step in that you can just straight up do it from without going into your inventory screen. So time saver if you get used to it, and that segues into the final topic pretty well. You might notice, holy crap, these items are actually three-dimensional now. So here we go. Let's just throw down some diamonds here. You'll notice them rotating nicely, and it's actually entirely independent, which is really cool. And I don't know if this is client. I would have to assume that the tracking of the spin position is client-sided and not, like, it wouldn't be showing the same thing to everyone over a server. I don't know for sure, though. But anyway, they don't all spin with the same position, which is kind of nice. They're all independent based on the time they were thrown down. So yeah, 3D items. So cobweb, diamond chest plate, firework, all 3D voxel-based items. It's pretty cool. So that was actually a mod, and now it is in the game. I don't know if it was based on the mod, but it did exist as a mod, and now it's, I think it's very cool, actually, as an aesthetic addition. So, and oh, one more thing is, I didn't pay attention to this before. It's very subtle, and I'm not sure if this is, I was told in the changelog that this is new, that the items are three-dimensional, other than blocks, that like swords and ingot items and drops are actually three-dimensional in the item frames. I never paid close enough attention before to know if this is actually a change. So I'm just pointing it out in case, because I saw it in the changelog. So anyway, 3D items in item frames and 3D items in the drops. So yeah, that's about it for this week. So thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed, a rating would be very much appreciated. And other than that, I will see you all next time.